City series cigars and Citrus 7s, black cement 3s, 4s, the hairs and bread 11s. No doubt that I'll be wearing some fire at any sighting. With these Dorenbecker 5s, you can see me in any lighting. It's exciting, I'll be flexing to the coldest degree.
What's up, everybody? It's Sneakerhead M-Checks. I just picked up these 2022 Jordan Citrus 7s. These were initially supposed to come out July 2nd, but they got pushed back to the month of August. And as of right now, the current release date is August 13th, but I have a feeling that that's probably going to change because I don't know if y'all noticed, but right now they got the Citrus 7s, Concord 5s, and Yellow Toe or Taxi Jordan 1s all scheduled to release on the same day of August 13th. Ain't no way that that's happening. I don't know if they're going to change the date for these or the 5s or the 1s, but there's no way they're going to drop all three. So if these do come out the 13th, it's because they changed the release date for the other two. But either way, as usual, we're going to take a close detailed look at the shoe from all angles. I have the original pair from 2006. So after that, I'm going to take a look at these next to each other and talk about the differences. Then I'm going to unlace the 2022 pair and walk around them so y'all can see how they look on feet. Then I'll discuss my opinion on them and then get into release and reselling predictions and all that stuff. So let's get right to it. I don't know why black suede be looking so ashy on camera, but I promise y'all it doesn't look that bad in person. I mean, like, it's a little ashy, but it's a little ashy looking, but it's not this crazy. I don't know why they came laced like this. I've seen 7s come laced like this before, but it's like, who told you at the time? And the tongue seemed like mad high to me. Like, I don't know. I don't know why the citrus part over here looks mad thick. Like it's almost twice as thick as the red. See, like even over here, it's mad thick. Here's the inner side. Definitely got that high OG cut on them, which they've been putting on 7s lately anyway, so it's no surprise. I'm just so used to the, seeing the citrus colorway and that 2006 cut that this is going to take some getting used to. I always love the way these look from the back. I mean, 7s in general, but this red and citrus just really pop. Here's the inside. Insoles are black and have red Jumpman on them. Here are the soles. I never understood why the Citrus 7s had this random little gray piece right here on the sole. Because there's no gray anywhere else on the shoe. So I always wondered what, made them do that. The whole rest of the shoe was just black, red, and citrus. And then boom, here on the sole they got this little gray piece. So I don't know what that's about, but ain't no big deal to me. They come in this OG style box, which I'm a little confused about because I'm almost sure that only Jordan 11s, 10s, and 9s came in this box. Actually, I think 8s did too. But like, I'm almost sure no Jordan 7s came out in this type of Jordan box. Like, back in 92. See, I got OG Hairs and OG Raptors. And they came in this kind of box with like the cement bottom, Jumpman on the top, the Nike Air. Like, these two is the same box. Now the Citrus 7s came in this box, which looks not exactly, but very similar to the Chicago 10s box. Now the Chicago 10s box is way thinner, but at the end of the day, it's like it has the same cover, it's the same style, same thing with these Charcoal 9s. Charcoal 9s box isn't as thin as the 10 box. It actually is about the same width as this 7s box here, but you see what I'm saying? Like, these are not 7s. I didn't even show y'all the 10s. These are not 7s. And also, it looks like this Columbia 11s box. So I don't know what that's about. I don't know why they gave the Citrus 7s, you know, a box that looks like, you know, something that 9, 10s, and 11s came in. But enough about that. Let me show you the inside. It has the plastic, black plastic on the inside. And here's the box label. Here's a quick all around view of the shoe. Alright, now see how they compare to the original pair from 2006. Alright, so here we have the original Citrus 7s from 2006 on the left and the retro pair from 2022 on the right. And the main difference between these two is really just the height and shape of the shoe. The 2022 pair has like a higher cut. It's just like a taller shoe almost. Now you can see the height difference that I was talking about a lot better from this angle. Now these are at about the same height, but I will say it does appear that the 2022 box is giving the 2022 pair the slight edge when it comes to height. So even if I give them, let me just put them both on the same surface so that you see it's completely even. Looking at them right here at the same box, you can see the 2022 shoe is still higher. Now, I also mentioned earlier that tongue is just, you see how the tongue ends right? You see how the tongue and this part of the shoe kind of end at the same, like they have the same height. Over here, the 2022 tongue goes a little bit over. And I don't know why they made it so high. Another thing is the toe box. The original Citruses have that more pointed little part right here in the toe box. It was more of a 2006 thing. And the 2022s have that like OG style, more rounded thing in the toe box. Same thing they did with the Flint 7s. Flint 7s originally came out in 2006 and they had that like, you know, this part right here was more pointed. And the 2021s had like the round OG, you know, cut right here. That's pretty much it for the most part. There are a few other minor things if you really want to be extra picky about it. I know I mentioned earlier that the Citrus part over here was a little bit higher. Like I said, it's not a big difference, but you see on the 06 pair, the red and the Citrus, it's pretty evenly distributed. And then over here, this looks like it's definitely thicker than the red part.
I ain't know she had a man, she let me easily fuck her. Now he don't wanna show his face just like he easy buster. I'm trying to get my kid collection up to PJ Tucker's. We get that cheese and roll fluid like a pizza cutter. Always had a big drive, could've been a trucker. That's no cap, only captain graduating Rutgers. Let's get this money, save it up so we don't never suffer. Can't get laid back, I ain't come with the seat adjuster.
If you haven't heard me say it before, I absolutely love the Citrus 7. This is my favorite Jordan 7 colorway, right behind the Hares and the Raptors. And it's a very special colorway to me as well. The Citruses originally came out in 2006 when I was first really getting into sneakers. I saw them months in advance. I was telling my mom about them. I was begging her for them, and she was nice enough to get them for me. And when I say I was hype, yo, I was hyped, and I couldn't wait to wear them to school. I was so happy I got the matching shirt. Y'all know how they always make the matching Jordan tees. You know, they have them up in the store with the shoes, and they sell them. At the time, I thought it was super fire. Any photo that was taken of me in that outfit, I'm trying to make sure the feet is showing. I remember there's one picture that somebody took of me and bro in school. She's holding the camera horizontal. I told her to take it vertical. She wasn't listening, and I knew that my feet wasn't in the picture. And if you look at the picture, you see I'm trying to pull my leg up to try to get the shoe in the camera to show that it matches the shirt. Like, I was OD excited about those. I say this shoe really like turned me into a sneakerhead because this was the first shoe that I remember looking at them and I was like, yo, I like these so much. I like can't mess them up. Like, that was the first shoe that I said that about. Because I remember, like, you know, when I used to get sneakers, like, I always used to play basketball in my favorite shoes. Like, whatever my favorite pair was, that's the shoes I used to ball in. I had the patent leather Chicago ones from '03. Those are like my favorite shoes for years. And I used to wear those to recess every single day to the point where, like, they had holes in them, like they were done. You know, but that was like, you know, years ago. I was younger when those came out. When I got these, I was in like 6th grade. So that's when, like, you're a little bit more conscious of like your drip. It's not really so much like, oh, I just have these shoes that I like. It's more so like, oh, I got these shoes, they look nice, I got a good fit. Like that's you know what I mean? Like that's what I was getting into at that age. So I remember getting these, and because just like I was just so used to where, you know, whatever my favorite shoe was, I would play ball in them. So as I go to recess, I play ball in them, and like I found myself constantly looking down at my feet, like making sure like, oh, I ain't mess them up. And I'm in here like, you know, mid game, like stopping, licking my finger, trying to, you know, get the little dust marks off. And like after a couple of days of doing that, I'm like, you know what, I can't do this. Like I can't play ball in these. Like I can't mess these up. So what I started doing was, when I would wear these to school, I'll bring my Iversons in my locker so that when I went to recess or gym, I'll switch into the Iversons and play in those, and then put these back on when I went back to class. And like that's what really started me to keep my sneakers in good condition. I kept my pair in good condition until I outgrew them. So I held on to them. Eventually I did sell them, but that's only because I found these at a soul exchange. Now, I mean to get all off topic. Long story short, this is a very special pair to me. So it goes without saying that these are definitely a must cop for me. It was a very satisfying retro. I have no complaints at all. Now, when these come out, whether it be August 13th or a little later or a little sooner, no matter when these come out, they're gonna get slept on. It's so crazy they're getting slept on already. Jordan 7s in general don't usually do well reselling wise, but these aren't even expected to come out until August. It's July right now. And if you go on GOAT, they're selling for around like $230 in almost every size. $230, which is like $30 over retail over a month in advance, which is crazy. Now I know that they came out in other countries and stuff, and these are most likely the people that are selling them, but I feel like if a shoe comes out in another country and it hasn't come out in America yet, that's their opportunity to make money off of us, because when the shoes haven't come out yet here, they're normally pretty expensive on Go and other apps. And it's not the first time that I've seen this happen before. I mean, I've seen it happen on other pairs, but like usually it's not this far in advance. Normally it's a little bit closer. In general, the sneaker market seems to be crashing. Like a lot of the pairs that have been coming out have just been selling at retail or even under retail, and majority of the stuff coming out nowadays isn't profitable for resellers. I'm gonna get into that more in another video. I don't want to go off on a whole tangent about that right now, but yeah, with all of that being said, don't expect these to be hard to cop at all. Whenever they do come out, it should be easy to get them in any size. So yeah, obviously resellers, you should turn the other cheek on these, because it's gonna be real hard to make money off of these, and I wouldn't bother investing in them either. Pretty much only go for these if you want them to wear for yourself, or obviously if you're getting them as a gift for somebody. I normally would be like, oh, it's a classic colorway, they haven't came out in years. A lot of people who have been collecting for a while are gonna pop out of the woodworks like, yo, I need them. But you know what, that's not gonna be the case, because just look at Flint 7s for example. Now personally, I think these are like 1,000 times better than Flint 7s. I actually don't even really like the Flint 7s, but they're both classic colorways. They both originally came out in 2006 and didn't get retroed until 15 years. Well, 15 for the Flints and 16 for these years later. And look at how the Flints did. I mean, the Flints did disgustingly bad. Like, I feel like pairs were selling for like 130 dead stock. That's like insanely bad. Now I don't think that these are gonna do that bad, just personally, because I just think they're just a way better looking shoe, but I wouldn't be surprised if they drop under retail. I really don't think they should, just because like a shoe this fire should never drop under retail, but people be sleeping on them, so don't be surprised if they do. So please just do yourself a favor, don't spend more than retail on these unless you're getting them early. I wouldn't pay anybody extra to pre-order them, wouldn't pay anybody extra for nothing, because they're gonna be an easy cop. If this video is helpful or informative in any way, I really appreciate if you give it a thumbs up. Also, if you're interested in more early reviews and other sneaker related content, do us both a favor and subscribe to my channel. Just make sure you tap that little bell icon next to the subscribe button and select all. That way when I put a new video out, you'll get notified and you won't miss out on anything. Thank you all for watching. Everybody please stay safe and healthy out there, and I'll see you next time.